What's going on, everyone? This is Rich. Welcome back to the channel. This is episode 6 of my story in music. So we're just gonna get right into it. Last time we talked about the value of authenticity. This time we're gonna be, taking a little turn backwards because I'm in the middle of a move right now. And when you're moving, you come across like a lot of things that like kind of, take you down memory lane. I found like a couple items here I wanted to share with you guys, and and more as I do these videos, I'm realizing the quicker I kind of go through this story, like the less there is to tell. So I got to slow down and like tell you guys like, more detailed, stories about, where I've been and everything like that. So, summer of 2007, there was like, a couple things that we needed to accomplish as a label like Red Carpet. It wasn't a group or anything. We were all solo artists, but we had the Red Carpet Mixtape, of course, so we could actually perform music at places. So as I mentioned before, like we would have, what was kind of like a street team, and it was made up of like 20 or 30 people all wearing like red carpet shirts or gear or things like that, and we all got gear made as artists on the label with like the Dickie pants, and I actually found the Dickie pants here. So this was what they look like. So y'all can see like Red Carpet Entertainment, the RC, and that's like a whole Dickies thing or whatever, but so Red Carpet. So during the Red Carpet Mixtape, my whole objective was to just have the coldest verses possible. We recorded at a studio that was run by this guy named David James. What's up to David James if he ends up seeing this? And his studio was like in this storage unit that he converted into a studio. Now, I don't know how legal that is or anything like that, but he had it rocking for a couple of years, and those of you that have been there and work with David, can attest that he, made you sound as good as he could, and that was the spot. It was like the best studio in town. Some of the beats that we actually hopped over, I think I had like 11 verses, and just remembering it off the top of my head, and there is someone that has this music within my friend group, and if I can ever get my hands on that, I'll go ahead and upload that stuff. And I got like a little other side project that I'm gonna bring to the channel with some older music that I should probably put out at some point. Some of the beats that we hopped on, like I wrote them down. I had a verse on the Top Back song by T.I. We had Ballin', like We Fly High, Jim Jones, Wouldn't Get Far, Kanye in the Game, the Maneater remix from Nelly Furtado, Got 'Em Hatin' Plies. So as you can see, we're like all over the map trying to make sure everybody's covered, make sure we're hitting everything. So someone will like us somewhere. Show Me What You Got was me and T Gunna on the Jay-Z song Show Me What You Got, and that was like probably one of my highlight freestyles. I'm a Flirt, which was, I Know It Hurts, we remade into that. It was me, Kendrick, I believe it may have been one other person, I can't remember who at this time, and also My Love by Justin Timberlake, which had a couple stories about things and all that. But yeah, my whole objective was to go in and kill every verse. And this was around the time before that intervention I talked about in the last video, so nothing was off limits. Like I had lines like, I got a Mac that'll push your top back like Britney Spears, like different stuff like that, like just wilding out. So the songs that we would perform were those songs from the mixtape, and our idea with the mixtape was to make it more than a mixtape, treat these beats like they were actually ours. And what would happen would be, we would actually make them like songs rather than just, hey, you get on the beat, and it's just a long ass freestyle. There would be hooks, there would be intros, outros, run the beat back, special introductions, different stuff like that. And doing that really helped me, just learn how to, it let me know that I was ready for the environment, because my, time recording myself prepared me to be able to walk in the booth with 1 or 2 takes and get it done quick. And that would be, something that everyone would really, come to say, oh yeah, how long Rich gonna take? Throughout 2007, like we had like 3 shows in particular that, kind of anchored like the beginning of the year, the middle of the year, and towards the end of the year. So we opened for the three major artists at the time. One was The Game, the other one was T-Pain, and the other one was Chamillionaire. Now the show with The Game, that was when I was still in high school, I believe. That may have been in March. So the deal with it was we had a show Saturday in Orlando. Can't quite remember where it was, but it was one of the bigger clubs in Orlando. And we were going to open for The Game, Black Wall Street, just like the height of The Game, essentially. And then Sunday we would also open for them, but that would be in Tampa, kind of near like more our hometown. They fucked with us in Orlando. I remember I used to have to set the show off where I would come, with that one verse, messing with Rich, it's a good way to end an sentence. Look at my guns working, sounds like the Fifth Amendment. You can just forget it, I bucked the witness. That'll make your life crash like the English princess. Like something like that. It was crazy. And that was over the We Fly High ballin' beat. So I would do this thing where I would throw my fitted hat backwards and all that and wear like this oversized coat. And I was like real skinny then, like a lot skinnier than I am now. But what I would do is at some point in the verse, I would throw my fitted hat off, and it was kind of like my signature. So I always believed in being a strong live performer because, there's nothing worse than like getting on the stage and them not feeling you. And I was like terrified of that. So I always want to make sure my live shows were straight, my stage presence was straight. And I think I helped like some of the other guys with that. The thing about the game show, so after the second game show, we actually got in position to, I was trying to rap for somebody. Like everybody was like, yo, Rich, get him. Like, Rich, go. I remember it was like Alice was like right next to me, and I was rapping for this guy that was signed to Black Wall Street named Juice at this time. Now Juice, we thought he was all gonna blow up. We thought it was dope, and I believe he, he was real linked in with the game, and everybody liked him a lot. And I spit a verse to his face, and it was like I was battling him, like just trying to get heard. And I ended up with that, the only rock you ever seen was a Hold His Hands line. I had a couple of verses that I kept, that I knew would get a certain reaction at that time. And he asked me for my number, and I thought, man, I'm about to blow up. I'm about to sign to Black Wall Street. So I go home the next day, and I'm changing my MySpace background. And yes, this is that long ago, to like Black Wall Street, like all this other stuff. I'm like, yeah, whatever y'all need me to do, I got these bars. I'll just G-Unit. I'll do whatever. And it was crazy. Come to think about it, because he asked me for my phone number that night, and he played me. He never called me, right? But I know I impressed him, and I was like staring at my phone the rest of the night, waiting for a call that would never come. So I always wondered, what would happen if he would have been like, yo, come through, Game wants to meet you. I used to think about that at least, at some point you gotta let it go. But another show that was probably like the main event of the shows, like it was the T-Pain concert in the summer, and I actually have the flyer for it right here. So my man Diaz used to do a lot of creative stuff with the graphics. I didn't quite know how it worked. I thought we just, I thought these were the official graphics, but we would, like, they would throw a little bit of Photoshop on them, get our name on there, like the red carpet. And, we would pass these out at malls and different stuff like that. And there were like 2,000 people there. This is the biggest crowd I ever rapped in front of, and they were rocking with like every word. And, first person on stage, me, go get them. And just like, do my thing, hand the mic off, and then I had like another song I was on that we would perform and we would come back out there. And that was like one of the most electric, feelings ever. Like, there's nothing like rocking the crowd live and them feeling you. I encourage everyone to try it. So, and the last show that we did in that year was the Chamillionaire show. Now, there were less people there, but it was still at that big venue. It's called Janus Landing, and it's in St. Petersburg, Florida. And there were less people there at that time, but, more the same. Just like, come out there, do your thing, kill it. And I have really good memories of all those shows. And, throughout that year in Red Carpet, it was like we were seemed like we kind of had like a local following. Like, we would have people that would show up at each show showing us love. And of course, we were, a set of like, fairly attractive dudes. So, there were a lot of like women that were around at that time that, showed us love from show to show. They would show up and represent us and wear the shirts, and that was always cool to know that we had to not just like skills be respected by dudes, but women as well. So just seeing these couple things just like made me think like, damn, like, you know, we had like a little movement that was going on there. But you know, moving forward, you know, we're gonna get into more everything that happens. But thank you guys for listening to this and watching this video, and check out everything else on the channel. You'll find something you enjoy, I promise. But yeah, this is Rich. I'm up out of here. Peace.